Um, button. Sure, you're almost smiling Dean's face. So there we go.
Oh yeah.
All right. so nice to be back with you again. As I said, just chatting before, I had a great time in New Zealand. It was a much delayed trip thanks to COVID, but nice to be back DMing with you again. And we have a new player with us. Want to say hi, new player?
Hi, new player.
Hi.
Right on point.
Hello all. Hello all.
We'll get to introducing your character as I sent you in some private DMs here. But just as a quick request, can you change your name in Discord to your character's name? Do you want us to refer to you as Demon Eyes?
No problem. Let me edit the channel here.
Perfect. Okay. So as promised, a quick recap before we get into it properly. In fact, let's drag you across to the Jorhas map. So your journey started. Well, it really started in the swamp over here in the Broken Vale Marsh. It's a capture mission there, or a rescue mission, before making your way to Jigao, which is where the Call of the Netherdeep adventure actually begins. There you competed in some tournaments, met some people along the way. So, I think friendly would, for the most part, would be fair. You remember there was Io Jabe, the water genasi. There was Maggie, the big ogre, Erzin, and a lot of other people. And fairly friendly for the most part, but you're both involved in a competition to rush through the Emerald Grotto to find amulet that turned out was attached to a shark. Now it turns out that the amulet wasn't the biggest prize, because when the shark was defeated, it broke through the bottom of the grotto, opened up this place to this cavern that was strangely lit, and you managed to jump through. Find me, who grabbed the amulet? Was it Amber or Cadis?
It was me.
I think
Yeah.
Cadis got the amulet.
It was Cadis. And you received a strange vision about this guy called the Apothean, Luxian, and he was in trouble. And you got a vestige of the vestige that you discovered had strange mystical powers, and you decided to make your way to Bazozan to learn more about this, because all this goings on had something to do with the calamity, it seems. You were advised maybe Bazozan because it has perhaps the closest ties to the calamity and a relatively easy place to get to. And there you walked around Bazozan, and Bazozan, shall we say, is an absolute shithole. Probably due to no fault of its own, but it's constantly under attack by demonic forces who you met on the road there, and you met within here. The most notable of which was dealing with some gibbering mouthers, these horrible mounds of flesh that made these horrible noises. But you did manage to defeat them. You wandered around town for a bit. You met some people before deciding to spend the night in the temple over here at B5. And the Furbolg there offered to join you in some meditation with them. And you did meditate with him, I think. Everybody did.
We did, yeah.
Yep.
No, I didn't.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh,
One
so-
person.
Yeah.
Well, so I'll read out what you saw in the vision again. So you saw a young human, curls plastered to his brow by sweat, sinking to his knees in the garden. And this is the garden that you're actually in. It looks exactly the same, it's just newer, less wrecked. And his eyes betray a lack of sleep. And despite the softness of his feature, he looks as if he has experienced more pain than any one person should bear. They're counting on me, he whispered. They need me, but I'm exhausted and frightened. What do I do? Please, someone tell me, what do I do? The moons race across the sky, both Ruidius and Cather. They're soon replaced by an angry red sun that rises before a fateful battle. 5 silhouettes approach the temple, and one claps a kneeling figure on the back. The voices are muffled, as if coming at you through water, but you see them embrace, standing strong before marching off the wall. And to ask your question, Cadus, no, you do not wake up. So I'll focus for now. We'll switch to Kalen. You watch these people join with Foghorn in meditation, and almost simultaneously they all lose their balance and just fall over the side of this temple. So Kalen, what do you do?
Well, they're all in meditation, right? Or they said they were gonna be meditating.
Yes, and they all sat
And
down. They all sat down to meditate, but now they've lost their balance. So some have fallen backwards, some have kind of slumped over. What do you do?
Well, this seems kind of bad. I'm going to approach the closest one. Let's say, Hatum is
Okay.
big, so easy to see. And I'm gonna poke Hatum on the cheeks to see if he responds to my touch.
If you gently touch him on the cheek, and no noticeable thing. He is breathing. You can hear him. He's breathing through his trunk or his mouth. Actually, I think elephants breathe through their mouth, but he's definitely alive. But he doesn't respond to the poke in the face, as Cadus shared in Discord there.
And yeah, so everyone is breathing, just to make that sure.
Yeah, you do a quick rush around. Kalen and Amber, Cadus, Hatum are all breathing steadily. But they're all slumped in some way.
I'm going to open the eyelids of one of them to see how their pupils are reacting. Like, is it going insane behind the eyelids or something?
Whose eyelids do you open?
Stressing? Let's say Cadis.
Okay, so you peel back Cadus's eyelids and you just see the white of her eyes. Her eyes are either rolled back to her head.
Whoa. Okay. I want to do a medicine check with my -1. I'm so good at medicine.
Sure.
But I want to see if they're okay to my best abilities.
First roll, 4 weeks. A 13 on the dice for a 12. Okay, so we'll say you're still at Cadus, and you kind of check her vitals. Her heartbeat's steady. She's warm to the touch. You're not quite sure. With a 12, you're not quite sure if she's either in a very deep sleep or maybe she's unconscious. Not sure.
Does she have a resting heartbeat, or is it like going fast?
It doesn't appear to be elevated.
Okay. Well, they seem alright. And they were meditating with this guy, right? This one dude that wanted to meditate with them, and he's all the same as well. If I check his pulse and his pupils, they are reacting the same as Cadis's.
Please do not wake me while I am meditating. It takes all my effort to focus on the signs and the visions. Please do not.
But everyone is fainting. Is this part of their meditation?
With that, he peels one eye's open and says, "Oh, yeah, no, that should not have happened. I do not know what. What do you? This has never happened before. What?"
Well, I checked their pulse and they seem to be steady, but their eyes have like I can't see their pupils. They just have white eyes at the moment. I'm not really good with medicine, but this seems unusual.
Oh, it's unusual to say the least. Have you tried waking one of them?
Okay. I'm going to go back to Atum and I'm gonna punch him in the face
No.
for
Okay,
1 damage.
make an attack roll. At advantage because he's prone.
Nice. Probably gonna miss though.
Really funny if you don't.
24.
Oh,
That should be good.
there we go. 1 point of damage. Hatum, you wake up to see Kalen, this fiery-haired Genasi, punching you in the face. Wake up.
Ah.
Oh. Ow. Hi, Caleb.
Sorry, I was freaking out. everyone, everyone just fainted when you guys started meditating. The others haven't woken up. I'm gonna look over at them, and are they still sleeping? Or
They're still in the same
painting?
state. Still in the same.
Yeah. See if you can try to wake up Cadis. I'm gonna try to see if I can help Amber. I'm not gonna punch Amber in the face. I'm just gonna shake her.
Okay, you shake Amber awake. And Amber, you come to consciousness. Hatum, you do something similar?
Yeah, I'll try to do that.
Okay, turns out you can
Gently.
wake up people without, without having to punch them in the face.
Well, you never know.
Yeah, and with that, everybody returns to consciousness. You're all fully aware of your surroundings. Everybody except Kalen remembers what they saw. But Foghorn says, "Oh, my dear friends, I do not know what happened. Is everybody okay?"
Kind of look at myself. Yeah, I think I'm fine.
I invited you for meditation. Not sure why you all fainted, though. That's most unusual.
Group's
you-
pretty prone to visions.
Did you have like conversations with your gods or something?
It was kind of like the vision we had back at the Emerald Grotto, honestly.
That guy, that champion or someone that might have held that amulet in years past, perhaps.
You said you had a vision of sorts. Would you mind explaining it?
I'm gonna
I
do
can-
it very poorly. But
Did we tell him about the amulet and stuff? Didn't we just say that to the woman, right?
Oh yeah, we kept that quiet. I think.
I think this guy just wanted to speak about plants and seeds and stuff, right?
yeah,
If I remember correctly.
yeah, Amber wanted to bring life back to us, basically.
Yeah, he wanted to talk to Amber about, I think, reviving the tree or something. And before the meditation, she had already started sprouting a few little new buds on the tree in the center.
For which he was appreciative.
But basically, there was a guy. Unsure if this was a long time ago or not, but he was desperate to those around him. 2 moons were there. And a big red sun came, and a big battle was there, and these 5 guys all came and got the guy that was kneeling, and they stood up and they went off to battle together.
Oh, tell me, did this person, was it a young man with brown hair?
Yeah.
Oh, that is interesting. I've seen a similar vision before while I was meditating. Seems, for whatever reason, the gods have chosen to reveal things to you. Now, I believe that central person, your vision, was a hero of the calamity. Know much about the brown-headed man, the curly brown-headed man?
Not much. No, we need to know, yes.
Well,
I think
yes.
his name might that be. Let me think. Alexian?
Well, I have not heard that name directly myself, but if this is indeed the curly-haired man, then it's useful information. Now, I say this because I feel the weight of destiny on your shoulders. Interested, do you feel that weight yourself?
All the time, I think.
I don't really believe in destiny, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't really know if it's a destiny. More so, we just want this person.
What about you, Amber? Do you feel the weight?
Not particularly. I feel like I'm the same size as always.
See, I must explain myself in very literal terms to Amber. Do you feel that destiny is calling?
I don't think so. I just know we have to help this Alexian person. He sounded like he was in danger.
Oh, oh, yes. Seems as if he is reaching out for help somehow. Tell me, what do you know about the old stories of Buzzazan? What have you heard?
Amber's gonna look to the others because she doesn't know anything about Bazzoxan. She came from Marquette.
It was a site of a great battle in the Calamity, wasn't it?
That is true. I mean, the Kryn capital city of Rosanna was the betrayer's citadel of Gorodranas, the time before the Calamity. What that name? That? Yes, so Rosanna used to be known as Gorodranas, even before the Calamity. And the Betrayer's Rise, the temple to the north of here, was once a fortress protecting Gorodranas. But in the darkest days of the Calamity, the prime deities and their most loyal champions laid siege to Gorodranas before capturing the Betrayer's Rise and betraying and routing the Betrayer's god forces there. Those storytellers have long since forgotten the names of many of those heroes. The force of their bond still resonates across this land. And I am guessing, I'm guessing that perhaps one of those heroes that routed the Betrayer's gods here, this brown-headed, the man with the curly brown hair. He
That's
seemed
interesting.
to be girding himself for battle. We saw him in this temple, and then he left to fight in a battle. So perhaps he was one of those heroes who routed the Betrayer's god. Thousands of...
Feel like he seems more important than to be called the guy with the curly hair. I soon hope we find his true name, because that name just doesn't do it for me.
That is fair.
Didn't tell us what his name was, though?
Yeah,
I don't remember the last part, but it was Alexian something.
I'm just looking up.
Yeah, one of the earlier visions. The
I think the first vision, he called himself Alexian.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I remember that.
Yeah, that's correct. The exact spelling of it. Oh, there we go. Alexian. Yep. Yes, I will refer to brown curly. See, I'm tripping over my own tongue trying to say it. Yes, Alexian. Seems as if perhaps he was part of the Battle of Buzzazan all those years ago. Those terrible abyssal risks have started up. It brought me. I strive to bring life here. It is tricky, but Amber here, maybe we've made more than I have in several months. Might I be so bold as to inquire what you intend to do? I mean, you've received these visions. You've mentioned a previous vision. Your plan.
Go to the Betrayer's Rise.
We think we might find some answers there.
And kill demons.
You'll get both of those in plenty. You've no doubt learned there's an abyssal rift inside of the Betrayer's Rise, and all sorts of nastiness comes out of there. You claim not to feel destiny in your shoulders except for you, Doom. But I feel that I have a destiny to follow and pursue. Out of my pleading, asking you not to go to the Betrayer's Rise will affect your course of action, so the blessings of the gods and my offer to spend the night here, rest and recuperate before you go to the Betrayer's Rise is still open.
Oh,
Sounds
nice.
wonderful. I do think to rest.
Oh, we have beddings and cots. Please make yourself comfortable. I will tend to my gardens. If you have any other questions for me, I'll be more than happy to answer them.
Do you have any library here in this house?
I'm afraid I do not.
Do you know one that's, well, moderately nearby?
Moderately would be a tricky one. Asarius, perhaps. Nothing close by. I mean, this place is a battleground. It's at the forefront of the demon invasion. All resources are pulled in, hiring mercenaries, keeping the town as safe as possible. And libraries I am all for, but this is not for libraries. I have to travel far
I
away
understand. But do you know anywhere to seek? Well, I do like to read, but I do also like to keep myself intellectually occupied. If you have some books I could read myself in your private collection or whatever.
I'm afraid not, all my knowledge comes from.
I see. Well, thank you anyway.
You're welcome.
Well, I think we were heading to the ready room, but this seems a much nicer place to have a rest. Not so rowdy, perhaps.
What time of day is it?
It's early evening, so settling down now would make perfect sense on your own personal clock. So it's time for it.
And I believe there's nothing else we were planning to do before going to rest for the night, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll just say you will find a quiet corner of the temple. Get out your sleeping mats, though Falcorn does provide some. Yep, Amber, I think.
If it's okay, before we go to sleep, probably just gonna spend like the last couple hours of the evening. If it's okay with the druid guy,
Mhm.
I was going to expend a wild shape to summon a little squirrel and kind of help tidy up the some of the plants and get things going a little bit.
So cool. Foghome is thoroughly approving of that. He takes delight in you. So, you, any conversations you wish to have? Now would be the time. Otherwise, we can just fast forward to the successful long rest.
Well, Atum is going to go over to Cadis if she's back from her Red Bull. Yeah. And sorry to disturb you in your meditation. I just had a question. Uh, you don't seem like the drow I've lived with. When we were in battle some days ago, I saw you teleport, and I felt this icy presence. Is that some magic that you know, or?
It is.
Oh, she's in a
Sorry.
deep trance.
No, I'm here. I missed the first part of that when you said you were talking to me, so no, we're good. Yeah, that the magic I learned.
Oh, very interesting.
A certain order, yeah.
Mm. Really nice. Will be in handy, I think.
And I'm not necessarily a drow.
Oh,
Actually, I'm just not.
oh, could have fooled me. Look, you have the same purplish, icy skin.
Have you ever heard of Eldritch?
Mm, I'm not sure. I don't think so.
Elves, basically, but very into the seasons. A lot of the
Oh,
times, even appearance can change based on kind of our fluctuating emotions.
oh.
So,
Well, that is interesting. I like to learn more about different cultures and peoples. So, you have to tell me more at a later time. It seems interesting.
to go back to my trance.
Hmm. And Atum is gonna probably go and find some place to bed down with this tiny blanket.
Okay.
Do everyone sleep in the hall, or are there rooms that are available?
They're rooms, but none of them have doors on them. It's all very open plan. There is a central area of the temple you could all sleep in if you like.
Yeah, I'm gonna get myself a room,
Okay.
even if it's not private.
Cool.
Hopefully, there's a bed there as well, right?
There's not beds, but wherever you go, acolytes of the temple follow you around and bedding, like bedding that goes on the
Nice.
floor a bit. Okay.
You're not sleeping on the ground.
Okay. Yeah, a long rest successfully taken. So, so I know at least Hatuma's lost a hit point. Just the one. So get the long rest. Those who can choose your spells, feel free to do so. Spells, depending on what you predict will be in the Betrayer's Rise. But morning comes. Foghome comes and gives you a nice breakfast with some tea and some of the vegetables from his garden. They're not plentiful, but he does provide you with a nice breakfast.
Ooh, this is good. Mm, vegetables?
Oh yes,
You like?
I struggle to grow vegetables here, but it's not enough to feed a city, which is my ultimate goal. But I hope this is pleasant enough.
Oh, it's nice.
Well, should we even be eating this then? Shouldn't we like give it to people who are in more need of it?
Pretty hungry.
Would you say you are in dire need of the vegetables, Katie's?
I already ate mine, so.
That's good.
Well, I agree
Gotta
with
eat your
that.
vegetables.
Nah, I gotta eat as well.
The dynasty does provide food for soldiers. Don't think that anybody goes hungry.
So,
Girlfriend have enough vegetables?
What was that, sorry?
Making a joke about Hajim's girlfriend. The the lady he went and hung out with.
Sure. My wife from another life, you could say.
It's a phrase for the
Literally.
day.
Wow.
Wife from another life.
I sure do hope she drinks her tea and keeps well and hydrates. Gotta hydrate, especially when you're getting older.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Do you remember anything of her? Like, you said that you regain your memories over time when you grow older. Have you started to like get any remembrance of her?
Well, when I was in there making tea, I got glimpses of, well, a married life, a happy life, a happy couple, I think. Shame he turned out to have been forced to become a dead hero, you could say. Or this is strange. I'm not sure how to refer to my previous self, Rushaka.
Well, yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? I would say at this moment you're probably not the same person, but when you said that you will regain your memories and maybe your previous like skills. Do you think you will become a blacksmith? Like have a lot of experiences with blacksmithing since you were a blacksmith in your previous life?
Oh yeah, sure, it'll come to me in my coming years, I think. At least that's what my mentors have told me.
Okay.
I wonder
So
what other skills. I mean, there must have been more lives, perhaps.
maybe like the thought that you are Hatum at this present moment, but you'll soon merge together with the other person as you regain your previous experiences and, well, your memories. Maybe you'll become the same.
Yeah, that's true. Looking forward to it, but also with a sort of trepidation. Will I change? Will I still be me?
Well, I don't think you'll be the same person because, well, you're going to merge with another person, so it would be weird if you were the same, right?
Yeah, that's true.
But I don't know how that would affect your personality and stuff like that. That might be, maybe that's connected to your soul or something. I'm not sure. I don't know enough about this kind of religious thinking and such. But it's interesting. Food for
Metaphysical
thought.
discussions. That is, this is good.
It's food for thought, isn't it?
It is.
But well, should we start to be productive? Because I think we're wasting daylight, right?
Oh, yeah. I think there were some people we were supposed to look for who might have some answers for us regarding a certain piece of jewelry that a certain someone is hanging about their neck. And I remember we had to be careful who to share this information with.
Never trust.
There was the Prolix Yusuf, who's part of the Allegiance of Allsight, who seeks knowledge for knowledge's sake. And then there was the elf Aloysia Telfen,
Yeah.
criminal organization for Marquette, the consortium of the Vermilion Dream. Probably not too good to use that person. And then there was someone working for the Cobalt Soul, a tiefling named Question.
I feel like I already feel some kind of connection with the first person you mentioned. What was his or her name? The one that's gaining knowledge for knowledge's sake? I feel like we kind of share a common goal in life.
The tiefling Prolix Yusuf.
Yeah. But please enlighten me. Was that the person that was kind of tricky to deal with, that we were supposed to not,
I'm trying
keep
to
in
remember
touch
myself.
with?
I'm looking for my notes.
I think the elf was the one to look out for. I don't like dealing with the consortium of the Vermilion Dream. Know some stuff about them from Marquette, and it's not good.
Yeah, what you'd know of those from the Marquette era, the Consortium of the Millennium Dream is kind of very much an underground organization. Almost kind of like the mafia in a way. Like very underhanded dealings. Like they would seek out, like Aloysia will, for example, from what you know, they sought out stuff that they either use to exploit its power or sell it. But on the other hand, very well connected, very well resourced.
Yeah. I feel like Prolix is my first choice, but I don't know about you guys.
I agree. Seems the most. I think what I know of this Cobalt Soul organization is good, decent. I think decent folk, but they're kind of I'm not sure if they're a neutral organization in this war, so they don't take sides, I think. But I think they're mostly based in the Dwendalian Empire, so that's something to look out for, I think.
Down to question.
Question?
Yeah, that's their name, so.
Yeah.
question.
Well, I think she said that he was at the ready room, the tavern.
Yeah, and was Prolix.
So they have a tavern here, right?
The ready room, B7.
Okay, yeah, they're both it. Okay, cool. I say we go to the ready room, maybe drink and talk to the guys.
Yeah, I'm surprised they even have a tavern here. I wonder if they even serve alcohol, you know? Maybe we'll get some demon-infested potions or something that makes us high instead of drunk. You never know. But I'm down for that as well. Might be a good experience.
This is your first time to the ready room. Is that right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so you wander through the streets of Bazazan, and you make your way into the ready room. And as you enter into the reading room, it's almost like a barn of sorts. It's got a steep pointed roof, and over the the double doors hangs a sign that bears the tavern's name. It says the Ready Room. It says the Ready Room in Undercommon, Goblin, and Orc and Common. So several signs there. And as you enter the ground floor, you look around, and there is it's a 2-level place. On the bottom are the sleeping quarters, like almost in a spiral arc around here. There's rooms. Glancing into some of the ones that are open, there's bunk beds in there. Maybe sleep 5-6 people in each room. And there's a lift that takes you to the top of the floor. And it's just constantly going up and down on some mechanism. So it rises to the top, pauses for 10 seconds, goes to the bottom, pauses for 10 seconds. It continues round in the endless loop. And you see people coming and going using this mechanism. And you do get the smell. It's got that stale bear smell, so they see a bear there, and you get whiffs of fish as well. Beer and fish you assume would be available.
Is the place crowded?
Yeah, it's fairly busy, which is surprising at this time of the morning.
Yeah, I was just thinking about it.
And you kind of almost put 2 and 2 together. You know that watches are a 24-hour thing. The city needs to be defended at all hours of the day. So you assume some of these people are just finishing their shift, and some of them are just starting their shift. The soldiers are just constantly coming and going throughout the day as their shifts end.
Well, drown your sorrows in alcohol, right?
Okay, so you jump on this little platform and head up to the upper level, and you look around, and everybody make me a perception check. Everybody roll.
Nice.
Phelan, nope. Cadus, with note. A 2. Notices God himself. Who's Amber. Okay. So, so as you go, there's seats available, and you grab one of these seats, and you do notice there's an elf dressed. Well, this is what I noticed anyway. An elf, female, dressed all in red, is kind of keeping an eye on you. She'll be watching you, and as you make eye contact with them, Hartoon, they just kind of look away and drink their beer. But you grab a seat.
11 was my perception, by the way.
11? Yep, I saw that. 11. And as you grab your seats, wondering what's your next movement, this tiefling comes right up next to you. She has a big grin on her face and says, hi there. You guys are new here, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you doing here? You mercenaries, I assume?
I guess you can say that.
Yeah. Well, you gotta, work. Work is here. You can make a good coin here working for the watch, but, a little bit deadly, shall we say. But, brings the people in. So, I wish you like mercenaries. That's cool. I can tell you...
Excuse me, do you work in this tavern?
Oh, no. I don't work in this tavern. I'm just here doing a bit of research for the Cobalt Soul. You familiar with the Cobalt Soul?
Not really. I didn't really catch your name, sorry. My name is Kalen.
Oh, my apologies, Kalen. And this tiefling, red with a... dressed rather loudly. She stands up on a chair and says, my apologies, my name is Question. It's an absolute pleasure to meet you, Kaelin.
I think the pleasure is mine. Were you gonna say anything, Cadis?
I guess we were actually kind of looking for information about Bazozan and the Betrayer's Rise before we kind of settled. We took.
Ooh, that is interesting. Tell me, do you feel it too, young miss? Oh, sorry, what was your name? Cadis, I think he said. Cadis, do you feel it too?
Feel what?
Well, well, the history of this place. It's almost like a constant heavy cloak, like the romance of the heroes, fighting the impossible odds, sacrificing themselves for the sake of defending the world, and all done for people who would never know them, never think of them, never been able to thank them, simply because it was the right thing to do. And ages now, we now see the Aurora Watch doing something the same. Thankless service. They're part of history, whether they know it or not. Now,
I don't know if I would refer to the Calamity as romantic, but I do get what you're saying.
Fair point. I mean, it's kind of like history tends to repeat itself over and over again. Many years ago, there was the great battles of the Calamity. Now we have soldiers here defending from this abyssal rift. Again, thankless tasks. I call this a mythic resonance, where history repeats.
I see. I think maybe it's not romantic in the time we're living in, but I'm sure it's gonna be romantic in the future when people think back to this time and remembering the great victories we're gonna have on these demons. I mean, we're gonna slay them, right? It's not gonna be a big problem, right?
Right.
Well, there's an old Jorhassian curse that says, "May you live in interesting times." At first I would think, wow, that's great, interesting. But the Calamity, that was an interesting time. Don't know sure if I want to live through it. These are interesting times here in Bazozan. It's again, it sounds like a blessing, but it's really a curse. May you live in interesting times. Now, you said, I think...
What kind of research do you do with the Cobalt Soul?
Well, with the Calamity and this place itself, as I said, I can feel the history here. You said you're planning to go to the Betrayer's Rise? Did I hear that correctly? Or are you just interested in information?
Yeah.
Well,
So we're gonna go. We just like to know more about it. Kind of prepare ourselves.
well, that's fantastic. Now, I've put together a bit of this. And she looks as if she's trying to decide something in her mind. Might I ask you why you were going to the Betrayer's Rise? Treasure, fortune, fame?
Or all of that.
Oh yeah, most definitely all of that.
Say,
Maybe a little pinch of responsibility and fate as well, but mostly, yeah,
Ooh.
the other stuff.
responsibility and fate, do tell.
Well, isn't it everyone's responsibility to, well, create their own fate? And I want my fate to be benefiting to the whole world, to be honest. So,
Make
I
a
think
deception check for
this
me,
is like-
because you took a left turn there.
what?
Make a deception check, because you said responsibility and fate, and you kind of...
Yeah.
Make it a deception check, because you kind of trying to deceive her.
I'm not really trying to deceive her, maybe I'm playing with my words. Let's try.
Okay, let's see how that does.
This is really bad.
Ugh.
Well, you said responsibility and fate. Yeah, then you change it. It felt like you were saying something bigger. Maybe it's more than fortunate fate that you're going there for.
I don't really believe in fate happening by itself, you know. I don't believe in that things just happen to people by themselves. But I believe in people creating their own fate, their own future. And by creating my own future, I want that future to contain a better place, you know? So I want to do, well, I want to do stuff that creates a better future, and this place has seen better days.
What does this have to do with the Betrayer's Rise?
Well, isn't that the source of the problem?
Well, yes, I'm not sure if you've heard, but so many mages, so many divine sorcerers have come and tried to close that abyssal gate with no luck. I mean, that is the source of the problem. But that could be closed, that would be great. I'm not sure if you're a dabbler in the arcane or not, but it's very, very difficult.
Oh, I'm just fiddling with the arcane at this moment, but...
He dabbles.
Dabbles. Well, a dabbler, I'd be impressed if you could close the rift. But tell me, are the rest of you here for similar reasons? Making the world a better place? Going in the Betrayer's Rise? You said Cada's fame, fortune, and research.
The spread of the belief in the Luxon, you could say, is an objective of mine.
And
Very serious about it.
I get that impression.
I'm on a journey to look for my parents.
Your parents? Are you hoping to... Well, tell me about your parents. Maybe I can help.
I don't really know anything about them, really.
That's not a lot to go on, miss, but maybe you've
I grew up in the wilds by myself, with the animals on the mountain to help teach me things.
Tell me to shut the hell up if this is too personal, but why did your parents abandon you in the wilds, and why would you want to seek someone out who abandoned you such?
I think they abandoned me. We just lived there.
But you said you grew up alone.
Yeah?
Where were your parents?
I don't really know.
I feel I'm prying too. I apologize.
Sure, they look like Amber in some way. That's logical to me, but yeah.
They probably look like me. Probably white hair similar to mine. They might even have like similar ears. I haven't seen anybody like with these before.
Well,
I don't think I have either.
Well, your appearance is quite unusual, Amber. That is true. I'll tell you what. If when I return back to the Cobalt Soul back in Ankaral, I'll do my best to research for you as a favor to you. See if I can find any more information about people looking such as yourself.
Oh, there's a chapel in Ankarel with the Cobalt Soul.
Yes. It's many miles away. It will take me months to get there. But yes, Cobalt Soul has a presence in Ankaral.
I think the only lead that I got so far was the spirits told me that they're definitely alive, and I might be able to find them if I stick with this group.
Ooh, well, you're in the right place then. And, Cadus, why are you going to... Oh, no, I already asked you, sorry. Look, you seem like nice people. Let me share with you these, some of my findings. And she takes this massive book, almost the size of a photo album for those old enough to remember what an actual photo album looks like.
I've actually been trying to buy one recently, and I can't find one anywhere.
Oh, wow.
I had to go on Amazon. There was like none in person. Like they are a thing anymore.
Yep. Who prints out?
I still have my old photo album.
Oh, it has to be old though, right? Yeah, I do too. I had a look at them when I was in New Zealand. It was nice. Now, she says, so these drawings are based on research that I conducted in the archives of the Cobalt Soul in Unkarel. Now, I lived there for 5 years before coming here, but anyway. So I'm not sure how this is related, and she shows you a sketch. It's of an island, and the island is bathed in the moonlight of both Catha and Meridians, both full. They're both, full moons. And the island is covered with trees, marbled pillars, and crystal shards. And you all recognize that it very closely resembles the Emerald Grotto that you first came across this vestige back in Jigao. This is something I found in the libraries. I'm not sure what it is. Meridius, deceitful moon, is in full. I'm not sure what this means. And connected with this, I found this other sketch as well. It tends to be connected with this grotto, and she shows you a chest, a sketch, and yeah, go this way. And if you go to Discord, put the sketch there. That's what the sketch looks like. Notice these two sketches I have. I'm not sure how they're connected, but yeah, it seems as if this. I'm not sure what it is actually. But it's connected.
Throw my hand on the page before she can turn the page and ask what she knows about.
Well, I don't know what it is. I have my suspicions. I think it might be a vestige. I'm not sure if it's one of the betrayer gods or the prime deities, but it's a very ancient, powerful thing. And it's somehow connected with this island that I showed you in my previous sketch. That's about all I know. I just know they're connected somehow.
Well, it's very beautiful. I've got a talent for it.
It is very beautiful. And if it's not obvious to anybody else, Cadus has clued on to it. The top part of this looks exceptionally like the one that Cadus has worn around her chest that you'll see, but presumably she has it hitting now. Can I turn the page, miss? Is that okay?
Sure, and I remove my hand very quickly.
Now this is this is something I took from a rubbing on the wall from the Betrayer's Rise itself. This is not something I got from the Cobalt Soul. And she shows you this rubbing, and it depicts a long-haired woman peering into the distance. You all recognize it. I think you've come across this more than enough. You recognize it as a holy symbol of Avandra the Changebringer. So it's slightly odd. I mean, the Betrayer's Rise was a fortress of the Betrayer gods, and Avandra wasn't part of the Betrayer gods, so I found this most unusual, so that's why I took a rubbing of it. You guys have any thoughts about this?
Atum's gonna look at Cadus and try to wordlessly gauge if this is a person that we should trust with information. Just a knowing look.
I will lean forward towards question and very inconspicuously raise the jewel from my chest and put it back down.
I'll make a sleight of hand check if you'd be so kind, Cadus. The DC won't
Show
be.
everybody in there.
I say the DC wasn't very hard, but 15 is well enough. So a question gets a view of it, and she quickly. So you put it away, and then she quickly goes back to the picture of that she showed you, and looks back and says, and she starts almost quivering with excitement. And she's in a whisper. My goodness. That is what's in the picture. Well, what can you tell me about it?
Guys, should we go somewhere more private?
If you know somewhere more private.
I don't really do. Isn't there like some rooms we can go into and, well, close the door behind us?
You could, downstairs. Keep in mind this is more or less a converted barn. So the walls, the rooms are separated by wood. If you're looking, so eavesdropping would be a concern. You're not going to get much privacy.
Yeah, let's do that. And if you guys want to keep this conversation going, I'll stand on outside and keep watch. Just, as normal.
That sounds like a good idea.
Okay. Cartoon, with your perception roll before, you notice the red cloaked elf. And you see them almost slack-jawed looking in your direction. And then it pauses for an uncomfortable amount of time on your eyes again, Hatu, before she goes back and drinks her beer slowly.
I see someone suspicious. I'll keep him busy for a while. You just go and have a talk. And Tube's just going to go over and sit next to her.
I love.
Okay, so Hatu will have sitting next to her. Okay, privacy. Okay, we're going to have to pay. Come on, let me settle the tab for the bill, and if one of you people can spare 2 silver pieces, and rent out a room for as long as we need it.
I'll do.
Okay. So with that, everybody except Hatum goes down. Sorry, someone said something.
Yeah, Katie's ask if they have some demon cocktails in the bar as well.
Sure. While I'm paying for the room, I'm gonna ask if they have any demon mead or cocktails.
Or their strongest cocktail, whatever.
Almost, we got beer, and we got rice and fish. That's it.
Ooh.
Your biggest beer.
All right. A tankard of beer will set you back a copper piece, miss.
There you go. I'll give them 2.
Oh, blessings of the gods. Okay, so go down. Go to one of these rooms, close the door behind you, and you said, Kaylin, you're watching guard outside?
Yeah, I'm gonna... Thank you. I was just gonna ask. Yeah, I'll stand outside with a beer, enjoying my personal time.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, this is as much privacy as we're going to get around here, but pretty sure this is presumptuous, but might I have a closer look at it?
Sure. And I'll lift it out, leaving it around my neck, but she can still hold.
Sure. It's still around your neck.
Yep.
This is fascinating. I mentioned before about how there's a mythic resonance, how things repeat again and again and again over the course of history. And I think this jewel is part of this. I think this is a key to some type of mythic resonance, some type of cycle that resonates here in Bazozan. Even as I touch it now, it quivers ever so slightly. And you've noticed this as well, Kate. It's a slight almost humming around your neck the closer you got to the Betrayer's Rise itself. So I'm not sure I can give you much information, but yes, this is the key to this. I think it's connected to these mythic cycles somehow. Beyond that, I can't much say, but something truly remarkable that you have.
Okay, sure. Yeah, we think so too. We're honestly unsure as to what it is we found in Jigga.
Jigga. Now, as I said, I found the initial sketching and it shows you the sketch of put the exact text in chat. Okay, so that's a description of the sketch, and she shows you it again. She says, do you have a connection between that thing around your neck and these places?
We believe so. And I'll point to the first sketch of the island. Explain our experience and our shared vision that we had in the Emerald Grotto.
Oh, that is interesting. I mean, the only odd thing is you describe a grotto, which is great, but it describes an island. An island is not a grotto, and a grotto is not an island. Apart from that, the similarities are remarkable.
Yes, and we weren't really sure what to do about this, but we were given the suggestion of going to Betrayer's Rise to more investigate what this amulet to do.
I think that would be a good next course of action. I mean, there are secrets, there is places deeply tied to the calamity. It seems you yourselves have caught up with this mythic resonance. A word to the wise, though. I feel you've trusted me without really knowing me. The trust is well placed, but a liar and a thief would say that as well. But a word to the wise, keep this as secret as you can. The only person who I think... It's up to you, of course, but one person I would definitely not ask you to trust is Elosian Telfin. She was up in the bar. I'm not sure if she saw her, but she's an elf in a red cloak. Do not trust her. She has great knowledge, but do not trust her. You could show it to the captain. One last thing. You could show it to the captain of this place as well, Captain Verin, or perhaps Prolix Yusuf, but stay away from him.
That is the gist of information we received as well. You seem very, very interested and excited about this history. Would you be interested in coming with us to Betrayer's Rise?
Well, you see, I am a researcher. I'm a dabbler in the history books. I would have to decline your offer because I'm not much with a sword or a spell. You can make a persuasion check, Cadus, and if you roll quite high, Christian might consider it further. Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
I'd be...
New companion unlocked.
No, I don't think so.
I'd be most appreciative of any information you find and that you would share with me, but I'm not one with a sword or any spells or anything. I must politely decline your offer.
Fair enough. Well, you're more than welcome to keep use of this room for however long I've paid for it.
Thank you.
I think we're gonna go and try to meet back up with Kaelin and Hatum.
Okay, so we'll change focus. We'll go vroom, back up to the tavern as Hatum takes his seat behind this elf dressed in red robes.
Hi there. I saw you looking at me. Am I familiar to you in some way?
Not familiar to me as such, but... I didn't mean to pry, but I couldn't help but overheard that you were interested in going to the Betrayer's Rise. I too myself have an interest in going to the Betrayer's Rise. Might we perhaps team up? I have excellent knowledge of all abyssal things. And with that, this elf starts talking in this deep, dark language. Which I checked, and her tune, you don't recognize it. But she says, I speak fluent abyssal, and I know quite well of the history and the magic around the abyss itself. I think I could be a most worthy ally.
That's kind of disconcerting language and, well, sounds useful, I guess. What's your name?
My name is Elosian Telfin.
Oh. Well, pleased to meet you. My name's Satum.
Oh, you've heard of me?
Well, no.
Make a deception check.
Well, no. I think I might. Yeah, when you mentioned it, I think I heard your name. Well, we were looking for scholars to that knows more about the Betrayer's Rise here in Bazuzan.
Well, let me assure you that it seems my reputation does precede. I think you'll fail no other person in the entire of Bazazan, maybe Jor hasn't, that is more versed in the ways of the Abyss than me. I would be willing to accompany you on this journey, but I must insist that any relics we find, any artifacts we find, any bits and pieces of, shall we say, historical interest, I will need to claim myself. Now, before you consider my suggestion, keep in mind that I am the scholar who will not find anybody around here who could speak half as well as I can. And as you're having this conversation, sort of, you actually had to sit between two people. You had to sit between Elosian, sat in the middle, and to the left of you is another figure. What does this other figure look like, Bass?
So, what you would perceive to be a full-blooded high elf, you'll notice faint features where he's actually half high elf. He's dressed in scale mail armor. He has a shield on his back, but the shield doesn't really look used, so you're unsure why it's there. You'll notice he has a long sword, but the long sword is on his right hip, which indicates he uses his left arm, and you don't know if that's the primary arm or what that's for, but he wields that with his left hand for some odd reason. He has long salt and pepper hair, think Doctor Strange with like the gray on the side, and it's pulled back into a tight braided ponytail.
So we'll pick it up from there. We'll have Elosian say, so you'll find no more fluent speaker of the Abyssal, and no one who knows more about it than me. As a price of my service, I insist that any artifacts, relics, remain in my possession.
Well, that's a pretty steep price. I'll have to consult with my friends. Really, no other expert on this language here in the city?
Well, sorry, friend. I don't mean to interrupt your conversation, but Miss over there, let me just give you a demonstration, and you see Bass starts just to speak extremely fluent abyssal, and he's just going ego, Azard, Gora, ego, Zadmain, Ragon.
When you say that, Elosian replies back to you, and yours is fluent, it's perfect. Hers is more like as if a speaker of a second language. Like, they get some of their pronouns confused. It's pretty good, but not perfect. So, Bess, she speaks it, but not as nearly as well as you. And she says, as she replies back to you, she then switches to the common tongue and says, who in God's name are you? Do not recognize. Who are you?
I am Bass, and that is all you need to know.
I do not know who this idiot is. He speaks Abyssal well enough, I guess. Not nearly as well as I do, but I don't think he would know the history as well as I do. So I think it's best if you go with him.
So as she says that, Bass will turn around and look at you and say, I can prove to you how connected to the abyss I am. He holds out his right hand, and out of nowhere you just see this black and purple scythe just appears in his hand. Black down the shaft of the scythe, and where the blade goes to curve, black at the top, purple on the actual blade itself. And he says, this is the demon scythe Purgatory that I found on the abyssal plane, who has chosen me as its champion. Would you like to doubt my abyss now?
I would like you to make a persuasion or intimidation check. That's up to you, Bass. And not to serve you up or anything, but this is going to determine how well your character goes for the rest of this campaign. So don't roll a 1. This is destiny. Oh, pretty good.
Nice.
15's good. 7 on the dice. 15. And when you bring out this scythed weapon, Aloysian, kind of goes even paler if it's possible for an elf. She turns around to her tomb. She says, well, you have someone who has a direct connection to the abyss and wields interesting weapons. You have a scholar of the abyss. Seems the choice is yours, Hatun.
Wow, that's pretty nice, evil-looking scythe you got there, Mr. Bass. Oh wow. Yeah, you don't use that for evil things, do you?
Well, it's not that I use it for evil things. See, when I got teleported to the abyssal plane, while I was exploring a Yanti temple due to me studying archaeology and being an archaeologist, I was teleported to the abyssal plane, and believe it or not, the scythe is sentient. It has become alive over hundreds of years of use and being basked in blood. So sometimes the scythe takes control, and I cannot deter from its actions because I am its champion. So I am not per se evil, but the scythe may sometimes do things that could be deemed, questionable.
You just need some guidance and assistance from others, perhaps. Push you in the right direction, shove you in the direction of bad guys, you could say.
That, I mean, Purgatory does like blood, so bad guys would be ideal, yes.
Well, it seems, miss, you've been upstood in nearly every direction and class. You got the language, you got the weapon, you're a scholar as well. Seems there's nothing you can bring to the table that this man does not. Does.
Don't be so hasty, my friend. And I demanded all of the relics and artifacts we find there. I'd be willing to share them.
My price would be we split them equally, and with my background, if they're over 100 years old, I can give you an accurate description of the price you can get for them.
Oh, that's good. Oh, I like that. Ha. It's nice to meet a fellow scholar. He's gonna say under his breath, in Bass's direction, that's not a member of the Marquise in Mafia. I'm sorry, miss. This man seems competent sort.
And okay, I'll say that as Aloysia is getting up and just glaring daggers at both Kalen and Bass. The rest of you come up the stairs, including Question. You see Hatun talking to this red-headed figure and this Bass character. And just as Alicia is standing up, that's when you arrive. You would
Hi
do
guys, made a friend.
this.
I don't think
Another
he's
friend?
Listen, I know you're referring to Bass, but listen, you have slighted me. I will not forget you. You've made the wrong decision. And with that, she just barges, kind of elbows her way through the rest of you and goes to the back of the bar and just broods over a beer.
That's gonna not bite us in the ass, but yeah.
What decision did you make exactly?
Oh, well, found someone really knowledgeable about this abyssal stuff. Sorry, Mr. Bass, you can introduce yourself. These are my friends.
Hello, friends. I don't mean to put myself in the middle of the exploration or whatever it is that you are doing, but your friend here, the woman you seen storm off in the red cloak, she was, I wouldn't say harassing, but she was trying to take advantage of him by speaking horrible abyssal, and she wanted to keep all of the artifacts you may find on your adventure to the abyssal plane to herself. I kindly put her in her place by speaking fluent abyssal and letting her know that I am an archaeologist. I would be glad to join you all for a fair share split down the middle of anything we may find, and I also can help identify artifacts 100 years old and older for you to give you an accurate price.
It was glorious. You
Huh.
should have seen it.
Wait. Let's back up 1 minute. So, if we are to find relics in this place, we're gonna split it 50-50, meaning what exactly?
Meaning, if there's 5 of us, we each get 20%, just, if there's 2 of us, 50-50, just everybody gets their
Okay.
fair share.
Okay, nice. I thought you meant that you would get like 50% and the rest of us would get 50%, but yeah, I can agree with those terms.
Isn't that place supposed to be infested with demons? Is it a good idea to be taking stuff out of there? They might be cursed.
Maybe.
You'll see the scythe just kind of like looks towards you, and you don't really realize that I'm not moving it. Just like,
Well, that does look cursed. Is it cursed?
no, it is alive. It is sentient.
Oh, really? Do you mind if I take a closer look? I'm really curious about. I guess it's magical. It must be magical. Of course, it's magical. I need to
Love
take a
magic.
closer look.
You listen. If you want to take a closer look, that's fine. But I can't promise you it's not going to act on its own.
Oh, I'm willing to take that bet.
I'll extend the scythe out.
Do you mind if I test it out with some magic? Or
I'm not responsible to what happens to you. Go ahead.
okay, I'm gonna try to be careful, but I'm gonna summon my spear in self-defense just to have something to parry if something were to happen. And I'm going to cast Identify. I have to touch it, so I'm gonna try to reach out my hand to the outer parts of the hilt and see what happens. If I manage to touch it, I'm gonna cast Identify.
And I know what your scythe actually is, Bass. I'm not sure what Identify would do on it. What do you think?
So that the scythe, nothing happens, and you just get just blank, just static. Like you have no clue. It's not a magic weapon. Like you have no clue. Like as a player, that I'll tell you that it's basically like its own god. Basically, it's my warlock patron. But like your
Okay.
character would have no clue. Just get static. Like I don't understand how this thing is moving. Like it's not magical. It's not cursed. It's not blessed. Like I don't understand this spell not working.
Okay. That's weird. I don't really get any details from this thing. Are you sure it's magical? Because it it should give me something if it were.
I never said it was magical. I just said it was sentient.
You
Yeah, that's yeah.
said, I mean,
Hmm.
Caitlin, not Bass.
What?
I said Caitlin said it was magical, not Bass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really made the strong assumption that it was, but it's not. But do you mind telling me what it is? Then you're saying it's sentient, but something more, I assume.
It is my patron. It chose me to be its champion. I have given myself to the scythe. It became alive over hundreds of years of use of being basked in the blood of its enemies.
That sounds really evil, to be honest. Are you an evil person?
Nah, that just sounds cool.
I
Cadis is immediately like enamored.
I cannot say that I have not done some questionable things, but it is not in my will. Sometimes the scythe just takes control since it is my patron, and I am just along for the ride.
I understand. I think we've all done some questionable things among us in this group. Maybe not tattoo, but it's coming. I'm sure it is.
I'm not so sure, but my faith is true.
Tim's ever done a questionable thing in his life.
There was the one
Pretty
time
sure
that
Amber hasn't done anything questionable either.
Yeah.
So just us, and I just put my thumb at Caitlin.
Oh well.
No, when I was 10, I snuck into the bathroom. The bathroom. The bathhouse. No, that's two different things.
I'm gonna make a slow clap and just be like, oh, my boy, welcome to the group of doing questionable things.
Thank you for accepting me.
Nice. Alright. But well, I'm really looking forward to seeing what that can do to demons. Is it willing to fight demons? The scythe?
The scythe is from the abyssal planes, but it is willing to fight anything as long as it can taste blood.
Oh, I'm sure it can taste demon blood. So yeah, nice. I think we're good with that.
Okay. Tabletop. I'm just trying to think about things we haven't shared with Bass and like how to do. I guess we could go to the Betrayer's Rise. I mean, what time is it now?
It's early morning. I mean, you came from the temple to here, so early morning.
Well, then, I would say on the walk there, we could kind of share our experiences with the Emerald Grotto, finding the vestige, etc.
Yeah, let's just take precautions about that. Maybe Amber, Hatum, and myself can like keep watch, so you guys can talk about this stuff between us, so we keep some distance between other people, just to be on the safe side.
Sure.
So you're basically looking to get Bass the player up to date on what's happened in the adventure that thus far. That's the.
Yeah.
Do you know what's happened, Bass? I gave you some brief description about it.
Yeah, you gave me some brief description.
Okay. So we'll assume then, on your walk to the Betrayer's Rise, that Bass gets up to speed. Okay, so you walk. You start going through the city once again. It's as depressing as it ever was, with soldiers and. As I said, this is not just a Ford outpost. It's actual people who choose to live in Bazazan as well. Why they would do that is beyond me. But you head up. There's a steep winding staircase. It leads all the way up to the Betrayer's Rise. And it's wide enough for 4 creatures to walk abreast, and it leads to a large gate built into the front of the Betrayer's Rise. And the Betrayer's Rise is both ominous and beautiful. Its black walls are carved with intricate reliefs, many of them depicting scenes of torture. Lifelike grotesques of leering demons perch high above, peering at you down with contempt. An immense double doors form the entrance. The gate is made of onyx, inlaid with copper and silver. Guards of the Aurora Watch stand between you and the demonic fortress. I have some art here, so let me find this art so I can share that with you. You do recognize the etching that Question showed you of Avandra amongst the sea of the... Yep. This is what the entrance looks like.
Oh, that's sick.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's odd. And as you approach, the guards, the Aurora guards have you seen many times. So, I'm sorry. You may approach no further. Only people with official business from the leader of the city, Varen, may enter. You do not have such permission. I must ask you to go back from where you came. You are not welcome here.
Well, didn't we have some conversation with the captain of the city?
We did.
Did we get such permits?
He gave us something. I don't remember what it was. But we have that something.
Oh, let's say that whatever that something is, you present...
Yeah, I'll just hand it to... Yeah, I'll present that.
Okay, the guards look at it and says, well, I don't know why you'd enter into the Betrayer's Rise, but you may enter if you wish. We've had members here from the Cobalt Soul come that haven't come back. Various other expeditions. Some have returned. And let me just give you a friendly little reminder. That the Betrayer's Rise twists and turns. Maps have been made of the place many times by many different archaeologists. The maps are different each time. So I would give you advice about what you might see in there, but I have no godly. But unless you have any questions, we will open the gate for you.
Do a lot of people come to seek entrance into this place, or are your jobs usually pretty cool?
My jobs are pretty cool. Let me clarify exactly what my job here. My job is to keep people out who would surely die in there, and to keep the demons in. Demons come and go from all this place. If you think guarding a portal to the abyss is a cool job, you are a fool, my friend.
Oh, I've been called worse.
Almost.
But thank you for enlightening me. I appreciate it.
Cool. Almost on cue, as he talks about him guarding from creatures. Not sure how loud this is going to be, but you hear a horrible sound. And the gates to the Betrayer's Rise just swing open, and 2 creatures come hurtling out of there.
Angus is gonna bite me.
Okay. And I'll show you what this actually. I'll show you what these creatures look like, and then we'll get into it. And they look like. Oh, I've showed that to you before. Anyway, that's what they look like. And they come screaming out, and I'm going to have to ask you people to roll for initiative. Let me get the map. It's in the right position. Feel free to shuffle yourself around as you see fit. This is what you see, and you see two of these demon creatures just whoosh. And Bass, are you familiar with Roll20? Have you played on it before, or?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
They look like bat dragons.
Bat dragon. But if you get stuck at any point, Bass, if you're not sure what to do, just let me know, and we'll go through it.
The like update to Roll20 looks funny.
Yeah, it looks a little bit different, doesn't it? Okay, but roll into initiative, guys.
I just have a black square.
Oh,
Or to zoom out.
Scroll
There it goes.
down to the bottom.
Yeah, I've zoomed all the way out. It's just a big black like rectangle.
Oh,
That's because I haven't given you a token vision. Do you have night vision?
Oh, yeah.
I do. I have 60 feet of dark vision.
So you'll see
I
everything.
have no dark vision.
Wait, you don't need it out here. It's well lit, but good to know. Is that better? You're right at the bottom here?
Yep. I got
Okay.
it now, yeah.
Yeah, it didn't give you a token vision.
Oh wait, no, never mind. I do have dark vision. I was wrong. I was looking in the wrong spot.
you're a creature.
Yeah, it's
60 feet of dark vision.
cool.
Like my roll didn't get put in initiative for some reason.
You have to click your token first.
Oh, yeah, that's why, because I didn't have my token.
So the way to fix that, Bass, is just roll your initiative again. And we'll take your initial roll of 18, because that's pretty good. So click on your token, roll initiative. And you see how it says 10 in the turn order? You can manually change that to 18.
Got it.
Okay, perfect. Oh, look at that nice Gloomstalker. So this Gloomstalker just whoosh goes out and let this horrible, horrible scream just resonates. I need everybody to please make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh,
Okay. Ooh, okay.
Ugh.
So the DC was 13. So Kaylin, Bass, and Amber. As the scream, push the scream button like pressing it, you hear it and it resonates in your ear, and it's just horrible, and you hold on to your ears and it just pierces into your soul. Functionally, all three of you are paralyzed. So it says, Amber, you are paralyzed.
That's bad.
Who's this for paralyzed? Who else failed? Petus? No. Bass?
yep, Bass failed for sure.
Yeah. Caden.
Caitlin.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's paralyzed. Goodness.
Um,
What about Aurora Watch?
yeah.
Are they also into the initiative?
Getting there. Just want to check something. What's your max hit points there, Bass? Is it 38?
38, yeah, I just clicked on my token and changed it.
Your max hit points weren't quite right, but there we go. Token looks a little funny. Okay, so Aurora Watch. They need to make Constitution saving throws as well. Oh dear. Oh dear. They both fail. So, the first one just comes out and just lets out this horrible scream. As it peels out of there, kind of goes immediately 30 feet up in the air and comes right over here. Amber, unless you can give me something creative to explain why you're not paralyzed, if there's some special ability you have, then that will be your turn.
Nope. In fact, I'm probably super paralyzed because my ears are very sensitive.
Oh, makes sense story-wise then that you'd be affected by this screech attack. Bass, same thing with you. Unless you give me a good reason why you're not paralyzed.
When they come out, can I press a digitation to create earplugs?
No, it's gonna take a whole action, and it happens before that.
Damn.
Fortunately not. Good idea, but no.
Hey, you stayed creative, so I tried.
Yeah. Cadus, you managed to shake off this this horrible screeching sound. What do you do?
Are they in the air?
This one is. This one is just coming out of it. It hasn't had the angle yet to swoop up into there. So this one you could go up and whack if that's what you want to do.
Okay. Yeah. I am going to whack it.
Oh, that's a hit. Bootish. So that's one-handed, two-handed?
Yeah, it's one-handed.
Okay, so 3 damage. Hey.
Then my offhand.
Okay, with a dagger, sure. So the dagger it also digs in, so the dagger hits as well.
Then I didn't do my battle axe. I forgot.
Oh, okay, sure.
Ooh, nice.
So
That's 9, 10, 11. Yeah.
Crimson Right. There's a bonus action to invoke that. Is that right?
I did that above here, like right when the doors busted open, and I had Genghis bite my finger.
Oh, sure. Okay, cool, got it. Okay, so you hack, poof, come back with a backhand with a dagger, slice into him, whoosh. That's your turn. So the Gloomstalker is now right in front of you, bleeding slightly from these wounds that you've done to it. It too, for its turn, is going to let out another horrible screech. I need Hatun and Cadus to both make me another Constitution saving throw, please. The rest of you are already affected. Oh, Cadus. So, you get paralyzed by this horrible scream, and then the creature zooms by you. You're powerless to stop it, and it kind of hovers back over here, 30 feet in front of, above you, Hatun. And Hatun, no pressure, but you're the only one standing.
Oh boy. Okay. He's gonna look around, holding his giant elephant-like ears tucked to his body. That's bad. He's going to look at the others, see them all paralyzed, and he's gonna run over to 5, 10, 15, over to Kalen and use lesser restoration. May the light of Luxon shake you from this paralyzed condition. He's gonna touch Kalen and end the paralyzed effect with a 2nd level spell slot.
Okay, and that is something Lesser Restoration does, remove paralysis?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you touch Kalen, and Kalen, the paralyzed condition fades with you thanks to the light of Luxon.
Oh, god damn. Thank you, Hatum. It feels like the ringing just stopped.
Yeah. Go get him. And he's gonna just move a bit away, and that's gonna be Hatum's turn.
So just to be clear, Kalen, both of these creatures are 30 feet up in the air. They're looking as though they're going to swoop down again, like their eyes are down. They're not flying away for sure. Kalen.
Well, they are demons, right? Of course they are.
Mm-hmm.
And how far up into the air did you say they were?
30 feet, yep.
Just out of range for my throwing weapons.
Unless you went underneath it.
No, it wouldn't matter because it's only 20 feet of range.
Wanted to get just disadvantage then? You can still throw, but it'll be harder.
Oh, but okay, I just noticed something. I'm going to try and do some experiments to see if if all demons are resistant to fire. I'm sure they do, but you never know. So I'm going to try to cast Firebolt on
Nice.
the one that went out first.
Should be this one. Okay. Is that an attack roll? Oh, it is attack roll. Okay, so your firebolt
Yeah.
hits perfectly. It's a
Okay,
hit.
nice.
And let me
Oh,
take
weak.
me a perception check, Kaylin, and I'll tell you about their fire resistance depending on the roll.
Oh,
Yeah.
weak.
Oh, couldn't comment. But your firebolt does go off and hits. It was definitely damaged by it.
And I'm going to take out my crossbow as well because I have 2 attacks. And yeah, I'm gonna try to shoot the first one as well. With
That would be 2 melee attacks, though. You did a spell. You can't do a spell and.
Oh,
your second attack.
right. Yeah, that's fine. Do I have any bonus actions? You know what? I'm gonna take action surge and do it
Sure.
anyway.
Yep, you can do it with an action surge for sure. Actually, you can take 2 shots with your action surge.
Let's try.
Okay, so first shot.
Nope.
Nope, just flies away off into the buzzer zone, and you hear a slight scream as it hits someone in town.
Oh god. Whoops.
Second
God.
shot. Second shot does hit, but it bounces off its thick leathery hide and just falls to the ground. So it hit, but doesn't
Okay.
pierce.
I see. Well, I'm going to try to step away from the others just in case they have some other nasty attacks.
All right.
And yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. Amber.
You skip the one's turn.
Skip. What's turn? Sorry.
You skip the one's turn.
Whose turn?
Oh, after Kalen, the demon, the Grimstalker or whatever.
Ah. Oh,
Yeah,
well,
you skip the
thank you.
Gloomstalker's turn.
Oh, thank you.
Oh.
Okay, so yes, that is a good point. So this thing comes down, lines right next to you, Kaylin, and lets out a screech as it approaches. And it comes down with its claws open, and looks like it's trying to grab onto you. What's your AC?
16.
16 is not enough. So this creature whoosh goes down, digs 2 claws into you. You take 11 slashing and 8 necrotic.
Oh.
And then it peels off into the air. What's its... say 30 feet back up into the air. And it has you in its grasp.
Oh.
Kaylin.
Oh, okay.
You're up in the air. And once again, 11 slashing, 8 necrotic as it bites into you. And, you're wide up in the air. And it's not going to use it this time anyway, but can you roll me a d6, please, Kaylin, since you're up in the air there?
D6.
Okay, so it has its shriek attack back, thank you.
Oh. Whoops.
Okay, now... all those who are paralyzed by the first wave, which is everybody except Cadus, I think, you are no longer paralyzed. Amber, you can actually have a turn.
Yay! How far are they up in the air?
Both 30 feet in the air.
I don't have too much I can do. I have a bonus action. Oh, that's an action to do that. I'm going to summon my hawk companion.
Sure. Oh, pretty, there it is.
And then I need to have it roll initiative.
Yep, you do.
There it is.
$11. Okay. Initiative order. Cool.
And then that's all I can do right now.
Okay, so you summon the hawk, you're familiar, vroomf, into existence. You stay where you are?
I try to get under this corner here.
Sure. These doors are closed. You're not sure if they're locked or not, but they're definitely closed. Okay, so summoning hawk, boosh, dash
Actually-
behind, looking for cover. Yep.
Actually, can I stand right here, or is that like a cliff?
No. You could stand like right there if you wanted to, no problem.
Oop.
Okay, cool. Bass. Let's see what the Bass can do.
I'll move 10 feet to protect Cadis a little bit since she's paralyzed, and we'll fire off 2 Eldritch Blasts at this one.
Nice. Okay, first one. Ow, that's a good
Ooh,
roll.
nice.
Eldritch Blast hits. Yep, roll damage. 13, nice.
Second blast.
Oh, look at that. Nice. 26 points
Wow.
of damage.
And I will end my turn there.
Wow, that's...
I wish I
Slow.
would have cast Hex because that would have been crits.
Ah. Yeah, well, that's a good way to start the campaign. So you just... 2 blasts of Eldritch Blast come out. You stand over to protect Cadis, who is still paralyzed. The Aurora Watch guy snaps back to consciousness. Just fucking demons! And gets out his heavy crossbow, takes a shot. Oh, and he rolls a natural 20. He gets a cheer from the cheap seats as his hits, and he does 11 points of piercing damage to this one here. And then he almost follows Amber's leads and oops, that guy. He scuttles back down here to get some cover. Cadis, I think you are still paralyzed. Yes,
I am.
you're still paralyzed. Okay. Hawk.
The hawk is going to fly up to this one here
Sure.
and try to basically distract him or do the help action on Caleb to get him out.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, right up in Kalen trying to help him. Excellent move. Okay. So, Kalen, you'll have advantage whatever you choose to do in the next round. Okay, nice. This Aurora Watch also gets his heavy crossbow inspired by his... And he also rolls a natural 20. Amazing. These guys are awesome. He has 13
Wow,
points.
these guys are like sharpshooters.
Look like you that's your jobs apparently.
Yeah. They only get a +3 to their
That's
attacks.
the reason why these guys were selected to watch this game.
Yeah, they are badass. 2 natural 20s in a row. And then he ducks behind the side here. Okay, Gloomstalker in the air. So, quick bit of glory. Yeah. The Gloomstalker here still sees Cadis on the ground moving down, and it starts zooming down, wings flapping, and it lands right next to you, Cadis, and it's going to attack you. It's going to attack you with advantage. First-
Assuming because I'm paralyzed, I can't like do a reaction.
Let's
Yeah,
have a look.
It's also a crit, isn't it? Because she's paralyzed.
Paralyzed, can't move or speak. The creature automatically fails strength and dex rolls. Attack rolls
Okay.
have advantage, and any attack is a
hellish rebuke
crit.
for me.
Yeah. Yeah, so
No setting on fire, unfortunately.
yeah, so you're paralyzed is also incapacitated, so no actions or reactions. So it lands right next to you with this massive maw and just tries to bite you at advantage. Roll was a 23, which is going to hit,
That'll do it.
and it's an auto crit.
Vass will use his reaction to silvery barbs that.
Okay. I always roll advantage, and this one I roll 2 23s to hit. So the 23 is going to remain. And who do you give advantage to?
I will give advantage to Hatum.
Okay.
Thank you.
And within 1 minute. Okay, so the 23 still stands. So, because it's a crit, you take an extra 2d8 damage.
Gross.
So the total damage you take is 24 piercing. Oh, sorry, 28
Gross.
piercing, 4 necrotic. 28 piercing, 4 necrotic. As it just chomps into you.
Awesome.
And it kind of throws you up in the air and then swipes you on the way down with a claw attack. And at advantage, it rolls a 16. Is a 16 hit?
No. Oh wait, yes it does.
Okay.
Yes, it does hit.
You
I'm about to be dead.
well, you're not dead, but you're in a world of hurt as this creature just throws you back on the ground. And I know that you're on 9 hit points. It's not an instant kill, but you're down and out for the count. Cadus, 0 hit points. And then the bird lets out another loud screech, and starts flying away. You can have an attack of opportunity like Bass.
Sure. I will go with the scythe, and now my question is, because it's an attack of opportunity, I have Thirsting Blade, so my pack weapon attacks twice, so is this 2 attacks to it?
You bring up the Thirsty Blade description? I'm not familiar with that one.
Yep, no problem. Features and traits. And there you go.
Thirsting Blade. With the... just the one attack for this attack of opportunity.
Okay, just the one.
Yep.
No problem. So scythe will swing at it.
The rolls keep coming. Oh, I cursed it. Yeah, you miss horribly. You just whoosh, and the creature flies up in the air another 30 feet. So it's 30 feet up in the air. So you miss it horribly as you watch Cadus fall down. Roll me a d6 if you'd be so kind, Bass. See if it's good its
Alright.
attack back. It does not. So just this one over here. The blue dot on it. So okay, Hatum, you watch your good friend Cadus insta-killed almost by this creature. What do you do?
It's gonna feel his shield lighting up with charging up with magic from the silvery barbs effect, and he's gonna go, I gotta give this a try, but Cadus. And he's gonna go and say some Marquesian words to the Luxton, and he's gonna cast Healing Word at 2nd level
Hey, nice.
for 10 hit points to Cadus.
Nice roll too.
Bonus action.
Now the good news, Cadus, is you're also not paralyzed. So you're just on the ground with 10 hit points. You are not paralyzed. So here you go.
And I'm going to do a Sacred Flame at the Bat Bird Demon. So it's gonna need to give me
two
a
level
dexterity saving
spells?
throw.
Oh no, Sacred Flame's
Oh,
the
it's cantrip.
You're right. Okay, Sacred Flame away.
Closest one. Dex save. 15.
Oh, dex save. Okay. Check something. Okay, no, just straight dex save. Rolls an 8, so that is going to hit.
Ooh.
Damage on Sacred Flame.
Yeah.
7
Nice.
radiant. Make a perception
Yes.
check, Hatum.
Okay.
Batum sees all.
He does see all. It
Yeah.
really, really didn't like that radiant damage, and you get the impression that it's vulnerable. So that did a whole bunch of damage. Well done. So that's a little tidbit for you. It's vulnerable to radiant. That a scream. It didn't like that.
Oh, I'll shout that out to the others. The light! It fears the light!
Okay, nice. Feel free to move if you like. Hatum, but Kaelin, it is your turn.
Light? Are you like fire as well? Fire is a kind of light, right?
Oh, divine light!
Oh,
Divine light.
It fears the light of the Luxon.
I'm just gonna ask. I'm 30 feet up into the air at this moment, right?
Yep, and grappled technically. No, restrained
Yeah.
technically. So your attacks have disadvantage. And attacks have advantage.
Okay.
It'd be a straight
It'd be
roll though
straight
for your
roll.
first one.
Yep.
Yeah. I just don't want him to go further up and drop me like 120 feet from the air. That's gonna hurt, I'm pretty sure. But I'm first going to do second wind for 14 HP back.
All right. Yeah. 14. Yep.
And I'm going to try to release myself from his grapple.
Okay. Let me just deal with the sound thing. Good. Okay. Let's just do some tests. Can you hear it now, Adis?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. Cool.
Heard
Okay.
that.
Good. Okay, so you're trying to break the grapple, Kaelin. You make me an athletics or acrobatics check, just a straight. If you're doing that, it's at advantage. Yep,
Oh,
at
nice.
advantage, thanks to the help of the hawk.
Let's try.
You rip yourself free of the creature. That's the good news. The bad news is that you immediately start plummeting back to earth, and you land with a thump for 11 points of damage as you ground.
That's why I did the second wind.
But
But
I don't think this is rules as written, but can you make me a dexterity saving throw?
yeah. Oh, dexterity. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Ooh, nice deck.
Superhero landing.
Exactly.
Crushing
Yeah.
the earth beneath.
So as you fall, you almost go into a swan dive, and you do one of those tuck and roll things, and immediately just pop back onto your feet. In other words, you don't land prone. So there we go. Well done. That's very cool.
Maybe try for a salto in there as well, just to add to the effects.
Oh, absolutely. With a natural 20, you can flavor away. The creature descends to here, 10 feet off the ground, screaming as it goes.
I can still make my movements, right?
Oh, yeah, you just fell. You used your action, and that's it. So carry on.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go back to my friends, you know. It's scary to be alone.
And one, two. Can I have everybody except for Amber make me another Constitution saving throw? Got another screech. Hadis, you're fine.
Ouch.
Kaelin, oh dear, only Kaelin is fine. Hatum, you can roll again thanks to the silvery barbs, so you might be okay.
Yep, I'm gonna do that.
Pull on through. We got this. Hatum has this. I know he does.
Come on, Hatum.
Oh no!
Hatum,
Can I
Hatum.
use my can I use my inspiration as well?
Your DM? No, one or the other. You can do it once.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You can use your
Nope,
silvery
paste.
bards once, and then that'll be it.
Yep. It's the silver ones.
Tomb.
Oh,
Tomb.
I did. 11
Oh,
Oh.
oh dear. Okay, so Hatum, you're paralyzed. Who else failed? Everybody failed. Bess, you're paralyzed.
He just passed.
Hades,
not failed.
hooray!
I'm just
And
almost dying.
Kaylin, oh, there we go. Okay, so it's just Amber and Kaylin that are up at the moment. That's what it does. It kind of does a flyby, screeches out, ensuring you guys were in range of its screech, and then it bats its wings and flies another 30 feet up in the air before letting out a screech. Amber, you're up. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna call out to my unicorn spirit to come help us.
Yeah,
We're gonna put that right here.
cool.
We'll just give that an aura real quick.
Sure. And remind me what the unicorn totem does?
So whenever I cast a healing spell using a spell slot, it heals a number of hit points. Go away, dice result.
Like a mass healing, is it? Heals other people.
Yeah, you have advantage on all ability checks made to detect creatures in the spirit's aura. And in addition, heals. How much does it heal again? I can't see. Any creature inside the aura, each creature of your choice in the aura also gains hit points equal to my druid level.
Okay, cool. Okay, and that's an action to bring forth the unicorn spirit?
It is a bonus action.
Ah, okay.
And then I will run over here to... Oh, wait, no, Cadis looks like she's at full health.
No.
She's not.
He's
And
10
you
of
should-
42.
I just saw the...
Yeah.
Yeah, the green bar looked like it was full.
Might be the green
So
background.
I'm going to cast Cure Wounds.
Okay, cure wounds. Jeez.
Yeah, I can hear the cool sounds again.
Excellent. And I guess everybody else gets 5 hit points.
Temporary?
Cadis
Ah.
gets 8, and then everybody else, including Cadis, gets another 5.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice move. Get a cheer for that. Yes, that's your
I
bonus
can't see
action.
the aura on my totem.
There we go. Everyone should see that aura now. Okay, cool. So, healing magic cast. Everybody feels a little bit better. Bass, you're feeling better, but you're not moving. Fortunately, these sharpshooters off the side, they were out of the range of the thing. So they're going to take another shot. Oh, another natural 20, guys. Oh, an 18. Still good enough. Whoops, wrong button.
Oh my... It's just 3
Nice.
crits in a row?
Oh, it's an 18. Not a crit, but an 18. Still pretty good. Hits. And he
It
gets
was
more
like a
cover.
shot.
This is still a good shot. Only
Can
did
we
2
bring these guys
piercing.
with us?
Cadis, you are not paralyzed, but you are prone. Do you stand up?
Absolutely.
Okay, it's half your movement.
Cool beans. I'm gonna smack this guy.
This guy's
Maybe.
30 feet up in the air.
I'm not gonna smack that guy with that. Instead, I'm gonna chill touch him.
Ooh, chill touch, 21 hits. What type of damage does chill touch do?
Necrotic?
Necrotic.
Yeah, necrotic.
Yeah. Just let me check. Yep, okay, it does a full 14 points of damage.
Nice.
And the creature lets out a little scream. Yeah! Hey, nice.
And then my bonus action. Here's my button.
Sure. Yep, feeding yourself a potion of healing is a bonus action. Feeding it to yourself, so no problem. You stay where you are, you have 15 feet of movement left.
And where did roll 20? Itself. Okay. And because he's 30 feet in the air, if I move, do I still get an attack of opportunity?
I don't know.
Oh,
You
crap.
can certainly
Okay.
try.
Okay. I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
Okay, cool. So the hawk still fluttering 30 feet up in the air itself. What would you like to do with your hawk, Amber?
Can I fly around this one to give advantage to the next person who shoots at it?
Sure can. Okay, so your hawk goes around. Okay, the MVP, the another Aurora Watch veteran, will take a shot. This time flies off into buzzers and another another scream as it hits someone in town. And
Was that with advantage?
oh, with advantage. Oh, yeah, he's wasted the advantage. He rolled a 9 and a 6. So, yeah. Okay, never mind. Okay, Gloomstalker. So this one didn't scream last time. It's gonna land next to Bass. Do some attacks there. Roll me a d6, Bass. Let's see if it gets its scream attack back next round. D6. Nope, doesn't get it back. But it is going to land next to you in your paralyzed state. It is going to just come and go right next to you, wings flapping, and it's going to come at you with a bite at advantage. Ooh. Roll some extra dice. So it does, with a critical taken into account, you take 26 piercing and 11 necrotic.
Oof.
Okay. Wow. 37, huh?
Oh, I see your max hit points. Well, that's the good news. The unfortunate news is it comes at you with a claw attack as well. And the same thing you watch happen. This Bass, your new ally, the Speaker of Abyssal, gets thrown up in the air and glows down, and you see blood just burbling out of his mouth. Down.
Oh, the
and
claw
hears
hit.
it. Oh, unless you can dodge a 24.
Oh, no, it hit.
Okay, so Hatum. You can do nothing, Hatum. Kalen, you can do nothing. This Gloomstalker will... The Hatum there. Lie down next to him.
Oh, wait, I had the temporary hit point, so I actually was at 6. So how much did the claw attack do?
24.
24 damage?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, okay, now.
Where did you get the temporary hit points from, just out of interest?
When she did the totem, didn't we all get 5 temporary hit points?
No, you got 5 healing
the
points.
totem does actual healing.
Oh, it was healing. Oh, okay.
Boom! Gloomstalker lands next to Hatum, lets out another screech. Comes at you with a bite with advantage and rolls a 25.
Yep.
Can't do anything about that. And with the extra crit attack, it does 34 points of damage as it starts biting and chomping and it comes at you with its claws once again at advantage. Oh, would have been a natural 1, but it's a 25 instead.
Yep.
And you can take 26 slashing and 6 necrotic. Down.
Yeah, it is.
All right.
Well, crap.
Wow.
And then flies up into the air. Now, fortunately, I think that is where the paralysis ends for you people. Kaylin, or Mercy, I know best, but you are no longer paralyzed. No one is paralyzed. But Bess, for the first time in the illustrious career of Bess, Make me a death saving throw, please.
Oh, it's on. Okay, it's on me. I thought Amber got to. No problem.
Oh, sorry.
I think it's my turn, isn't it?
Sorry. I'll roll it now anyway, Bess, just so we know. But yes, you're right. It is.
Okay.
Myself.
But he's not going to need to roll that death saving throw after my turn.
Oh, he's failed one. Well, okay, Amber, as you were.
So I'm going to come over here to Hatum. And I'm going to upcast a Cure Wounds.
Nice.
Yeah, we're going to upcast that Cure Wounds.
Oh, thank you.
Not too good, but Hatum gets 14 points of healing, and then everybody else gets another 5.
Right.
Wow.
Which brings Hatum and Bess back. Wow. Joking the Aurora Watch might be the MVP, but it might be you, Amber. That's fantastic.
And then... Yeah, I'm not gonna shift right now.
Okay, cool.
I'm having
Bess.
to be medic right now.
Bess, you feel the life come back to you. Still find yourself prone on your back with 5 hit points. What do you do?
All right. Well, I'll use half my movement to stand up.
Boom.
Is this guy within 10 feet?
30 feet. Both of them are
30
30 feet in the
Okay.
kind of their jam.
I will look to Cadus and say, do you want to come with me, or are you happy being here?
Go with you where?
Go with me over here.
Oh, yeah, I'll go over there.
Okay, so I will use my action and I will cast Thunderstep.
Nice. Oh, so...
Oh,
So
I
you-
thought I pasted the spell. There we go. But I don't think you need to make the save because I don't think he's within 10 feet of the space.
No, this is just a teleport.
Yep. So we'll go. I'll bring Cadence over here with me, and she'll be right here next to me.
You bamf over the... It echoes around, so no damage, but you've moved further away. That's your action?
That's my action. Yep. And that'll be it. That'll do it.
Okay, so yeah, bamfing over there with your thunder step, very nice. And now MVP, come on Aurora Watch. Gonna try and shoot this guy. It's heavy crossbow, and he hits again. Amazing. Only 4 piercing. Just die, you demonic son of a bitch. He cowers behind there. This one is looking really wrecked. You see black echo just dripping down from it. Cadus.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. I am going to chill same one I've been messing with.
Oh, that hits as well. Nice. 10 points of damage. You watch as the ghostly hand goes around and grasps whatever this thing is as a heart. And your chill touch actually rips the heart of this creature. It goes into a death spiral and crashes onto the ground dead.
Sick.
Hey, is that your turn, Cadus?
Chill touch just did a Kalima.
I get the reference. It's a good reference. Okay, what is? Feel free to move if you like, Cadus. But Hawk's turn.
Yeah, I'm good.
Your
The
hawk
hawk is going to is going to circle around this one and give advantage to whoever tries to attack it.
Cool. Your hawk needs a name, by the way. Okay, Aurora Watch MVPs comes with its heavy crossbow. Takes a shot. This time, does it hit? Oh, it does hit. Just hits. So once again, crossbow fires across. digs into this creature, and it takes only 2 hit points worth of damage. That Gloomstalker is dead. Hatum.
This Gloomstalker, is it up in the sky?
30 feet.
He's gonna wobble to his feet, lift up his shield, and just look up beneath it and go, burn, you creature. He's gonna cast Guiding Bolt at 3rd level.
Ooh. Okay,
Let's see
nice.
if it hits.
Oh my goodness. Yes, that hits.
Wow.
And so that's actually 40 points of damage as your guiding bolt hits it. And actually, so Rig gets advantage again because the Aurora Watch messed it up. But as the it's amazing how Tim is lights up. You see it's glowing, and next attack against it will be at advantage. I assume you stood up, Hatum?
Yeah, I'm gonna go 5, 10, 15. Yeah.
Nice.
Just move out a bit.
Kalen!
Well, I think Kalen is just gonna try to, do what's usually working good for him. He's gonna summon his trident in his hand, and he's going to try to throw it against the ugly bat demon. And since it's advantage, I guess it's a normal roll.
Because it's out of range? It's a long range?
Yeah,
Then yes.
it's
on attack.
20 feet.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Narrowly misses it and just clatters over here.
And I'm going to bonus action to take it back into my hands.
Nice.
And we're going for the disadvantage attack. Wow, that's a 1 and a 5.
Wow.
Yeah,
Nice.
you do it.
That bear really hits.
Okay, Kalen,
You somehow
ineffectively.
managed to throw it in town and impale somebody.
And
yeah,
I'm
there we
gonna
go.
shrug, and I'm just gonna go lean against the wall or something.
I don't think we rolled for this last time. Kalen, roll me a d6. Really don't roll a 6.
Don't.
Please don't roll a 6.
I'm gonna say he's gonna roll a 2.
He's going to
That's my
roll a
guess.
6.
No,
Counteract.
he's gonna roll a 2. Telling you.
Oh, 6.
Roll a
Kalen,
1.
Kalen, you're leaving us all in suspense.
Wait, what? A 6?
Roll a d6.
Roll a d6,
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Ah, there we go. Not a 6, so it doesn't get its
Hey,
screech
split the
attack back.
difference.
Nice.
What would I do if I Gloomstalk if I didn't get it back?
As Amber is now suddenly in the middle of in front of everything.
Oh, since you insist, it bats its wings, whoosh, lands. Well, essentially, it hovers just above you, and it comes at you with its bite attack, just opening its disgusting-looking beak. Rolls a 19. So that's going to be 16 piercing and 6 necrotic. Then it comes at you with its claw, and that one's going to miss with an 11. And then it flies away from you. I'm going to say with it's 40 feet above you, Amber. You can have an attack of opportunity.
Oops, that's not what I wanted. I'm gonna try to smack it.
Smack.
Hope it crits. Would be
Come on,
so
Amber.
nice.
Oh,
Nope.
no. Okay, so that was just your reaction. Now you have your actual turn. 40 feet up in the air.
I'm going to bonus action move my totem over here.
Sure.
I'm gonna run back here, placing my back up against this wall,
Uh-huh.
and I'm going to touch myself with a cure wounds.
Nice. Everybody still gets that 5 as well? I assume they do. Matters at a
Yep,
last time.
everybody gets the 5, and then I get 11.
It's 16? The plus
Yep.
5?
And then everybody gets plus 5.
Okay,
Wow,
nice.
I'm nearly at full health again.
It's a great use of your totem, man. Very cool. Okay, cure wounds up. Everybody's feeling a little bit better. Bass, in particular, you're not looking nearly as wrecked as you did before. What would you like to do?
All right, so it's 40 feet up, huh?
Yep.
All right, we will just throw 2 Eldritch Blasts at it. First one.
Nice. Oh, that hits.
Thank God.
Eldritch
Alright.
Blast, coming up gold.
11.
Yep. And the second one.
Second one.
Boom.
26.
Mood.
Oh. This.
And another 11. So
Wow.
22
Nice.
damage
Nice
to
shot.
it.
Go.
Wow. Yeah, so the 2 Eldritch Blasts slam into this creature. And I say you notice and everybody notice it's looking wrecked and it's turned its back to you and it's looking as if it's going to fly out over Buzzazan to get the hell away from you. Is that your turn, Bess?
Let's see here. Bonus. Can I do it? Nope. Yeah, that's gonna be it.
And the Aurora says, "Not so fast, you son of a bitch! Stand right there!" And he hits 16, doing 10 piercing.
Nice shot.
Yeah, Malcolm. Malcolm.
How do you want to do this?
So the
Nice.
Aurora guards shoots it. It hits on one side of the eye. It comes out the other side of the eye, and the shaft of the crossbow bolt kind of breaks some brain matter outside of it, and it slowly falls and cartwheels and crashes into the dead. Well, it was a little dicey for a sec there, people, but you survived, so well done.
Nice. Well, that was harder than first anticipated, but
We haven't even gotten inside yet.
oh God.
Uh,
Could
Is it time to
someone?
just go home?
Oh no.
How important is this Alex guy?
Oh, you can't leave us now, Amber. We're already here, you know. So it would be a shame to just go back, wouldn't it?
Would be. I suppose we. What time is it?
About 10 a.m., something like that.
It's only 10 a.m. We could technically go back and get some rest or some healing. I suppose if no one has an ability to get Bass back into shape.
We could take a short break here and at least inspect the insides a little more, and then
Could
make
we-
another.
Yeah, if we just want to take a short rest out here.
There'll
Yeah,
be more demons coming if we leave this place.
yeah.
Gotta
And
use
we
the
wouldn't want to
opportunity.
lead any back to the town. So I'm down with resting for a short while.
You can
We'll be
take
fine. Yeah, we could rest out here.
You can take a short rest. I'll give you a short rest as we're getting towards the end
Did
of
we
the
want to
session.
take a? Did we want to take a short rest just inside the door or outside?
I feel like outside for some reason.
Okay.
Maybe someone can block the doors. I can do that. No worries.
Well, the guards are back in position. And they actually call for some reinforcements as well, and a couple more guards come to keep watch. But those guards were cool. Apart from being paralyzed at the start, they did their job.
Yeah, they carry their weight. They
I will
deserve their
expend
coins.
3 hit die on this short rest. That way I can get health back.
Sure.
So 1. So 4.
So the totem goes away
Okay.
after the short rest.
2d8 plus 4. So I need 1 more d8 plus 4.
However, Hawkeye's gonna stick around and help keep an eye on things while we're resting.
Okay. Things are as
So
peaceful.
9. Okay.
Things are as peaceful as they ever get in Bazozan. There's no active demonic invasion. You seem to have cut this one off at the source. And if it wasn't obvious before, as these Gloomstalkers land on the ground, actually, yeah, they start doing that classic rotting into tar. These two creatures
Oh,
are slowly
no.
turning into pools of tar.
Can I try to cut off their head before? I want to inspect some organs again.
Sure, make a survival check.
Do anyone have a dagger to borrow me?
Sure.
Nice.
What the heck things up and you don't have a dagger? You might want to invest in a dagger.
Yeah, I probably should, but sharing is caring, isn't it, kiddies?
I have an extra dagger. Do you want it?
Oh no, I couldn't. I much more prefer to borrow it whenever needed.
Sure.
Survival?
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's my
It's your jam.
well, definitely.
You do get the head off, but you take 1 point of acid damage as you spray some of the nasty blood on. And you now have the head of the Gloomstalker. The Gloomstalker's head continues to rot into tar.
Okay.
Not the
Loot your
process.
trophy.
I see. Can I try to be really quick about studying? Because of this scream, I'm really curious about how the organs work, just from
Sure.
RPing,
Sure. Make a nature check.
Oh, nature, that's actually alright.
Yeah, you start carving up this thing before it does, and you find a very unusual vocal box and vocal cords, and you realize it's an innate ability for the stalker, and that's what's making such horrible noises.
Does it resemble the ones from the harpies earlier in the campaign?
No, different.
Okay.
Harpies were more like a song than a shriek.
Okay. Maybe worthwhile to invest in some kind of earplugs.
First time it's happened.
Might not be the last time.
Who knows? I couldn't possibly comment. Anyway, I'll need to end it there, guys. And I guess next week we'll head into the Betrayer's Rise itself, and we'll pick it up from there. But it's very nice to be playing with you again. We'll catch you all next week.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good.
All right. Take
Yeah.
care, everyone.
Catch you around.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.